Bro. What the hell? That took so long. Oh, I can't believe that. That is outrageous. How dare that take so long? Boys. What the hell was going on there? I must have started and stopped the stream a million times. Why is it doing that to me? You know what we do need, boys? We need to make sure this bloody vapor's charging. Otherwise, how are we going to be the all-clouded warlord? If we can't even puff on clouds, boys. Fuck, I must have, honestly, I started and stopped that stream so many times. Fully glitched out, and then the worst part is I like stopped it, went to boot it again, and then I seen comment come through. One of them was like, clearly a bot, but the other one's our guy, XL Daily. Boys, that took much longer than it should have. Much longer than it should have, boys. This run probably has got like another 500 waves in it. Farming's been going pretty damn good, boys. Pretty damn good. But what we do need to do, we need to get out of here. And let's do this. Claim it. Yeah, sure. We'll take the claim. Boys, check it out. Hey, 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 hey. What is that tab? What is this tab? What is that? Can you see that? What the fuck is that? What does it do? Is that the Poison Swamp range slider? Check it out, boys. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. So I was thinking about, I actually looked back at my 1-year anniversary review. I think that's what I kind of did it as. I think I kind of did it like as a review. And bro, this thing's annoying my eye. How do I get rid of it? What does it do, boys? What is that? The fuck out of here. But yeah, I was thinking I might do something like that. Bit of a side quest. Bit of a side quest video, boys. What we're going to do for the bots is we're going to just do this kind of combination. That's the only thing that I can think of on like short notice. We'll just roll like that, and at least it's something. Whenever it matches up, 30 times bonus. JR, what's good? AFK, B Taylor, XL Daily, don't forget to rub your head for good luck. Boys, I tell you what, like, sometimes when I say like shit, sometimes when I say shit to my missus will be like, we'll say something like, I'll say something and then she'll go, did you go and put that over there? Or what do you think about this? And she'll grab my head and shake it and then look in the top like those 8 balls. Do you remember those 8 balls at school? Boys, I honestly thought those things were magic. I thought that shit was real. Am I gonna be rich? Shake the 8 ball, look in that hole. Boys, I tell you, it's a funny ass one, boys. What's up, fam? Good luck on the runs. Happy Towerversary. Shot Disco, my man. Happy Second Tower, bro. Bring up the first video of you complaining about the mods for the main. Isn't that what we did last time? We did that. Good luck, Clouded. Shot yeet. We did that last time, didn't we? And we're just cracking up on it. I tell you about something like stupid things that we believed in when we were little girls. And you guys, because these are all old cunts too. You will remember this very well. Do you guys, well, of course you guys remember. XL Daily, when he didn't get one of these when he was a little girl, bro, he just started bursting out in tears. Y'all remember the Furbies, boys. Bro, I had a funny ass thing. I seen my niece, and she had this Furby, like a little mini one. And she was like, I was like, is that a Furby? And then she's like, yeah, that's a Furby. And I was like, oh, cool. I didn't know that those were still like a bit of a thing. And then she goes, yeah, uncle, and it's a real one too. And I was like, a real one? Not even one from the Chinese markets? She's like, nah, it's a real one. And she like pushes the button and it's like a honey no mas. It's like, hey, that's a real one. Boys, absolutely cracked up. It's like, start speaking Spanish or something, eh, boys? I was like, oh, nice. I remember when I was a little girl when those Furbies came out, because, like, bro, boys, we didn't have money, man. And when I say we didn't have money, boys, whenever I have a yarn about how much money we didn't have when I was a little girl, like, a story always comes up at dinner time. Like, we'll eat something and I'll be like, fuck, man. Like, just say you have something and it's got spaghetti. I'll be like, shit, man. When I was growing up, when I was a little girl, we used to all have to go halves in a spaghetti. And, like, all the kids will be like, no, here we go. Here he goes with the dad law. The old dad law comes out and all the sad stories. Like, well, like, say you get McDonald's or something, and then you got, like, whatever your combo is and, like, a cheeseburger on the side. It'll be like, far. We used to have to go 4 ways in a cheeseburger. And they were like, no. Here is the old dad law. So don't worry, boys. Just as much as you guys get the law. I just don't bring up the ones like that, because that kind of law for you guys. Boys, I tell you what, if there was somebody on here and he was talking about how when they were little kids and then they had to go halves or quarters in a cheeseburger, boys, I would crack up laughing. I'll be like, ha! I'm going to try Space Displacer, and that's mainly for the knockback. The knockback battle condition is absolutely horrendous for me, brothers. Real good if you're like a perma. If you're a perma dude. Orbs and death ray resistance, I can just picture getting chipped down. So that's probably the only reason why I'm running the Space Displacer. Outside of that, I probably wouldn't be the way that I go. I don't think I've got any kind of juice to get myself perma black hole, but it could be something we experiment with. It could be something we experiment with, boys. Is this vape charged or not? Boys, we can't be the all clouded without the vape juice. I taught my Furby how to cuss. Yeah. Boys, the Furbucks. If I bought a Furby, it'll tell me to fucking back to where I come from. See, boys, yous are all old cunts too. Yous are all fucking old cunts too. Knockback resist, enemy attack speed, more enemies, range ultimate. Whoa, that's rippy, bro. Range ultimate with knockback resistance. There's not much. Once she goes, she goes, boys. What are we gonna do? I feel like I've forgotten something. Boys. Fuck it. Let's just get in there and let's just figure it out. Let's do this. I've been playing with the UG phone the last couple days. It's actually been pretty good. In saying that though, I kind of like cracked a deal with them that like if I was going to move away from LD Cloud, which has just been like super consistent for me. Like, yeah, I've had problems. I've had download issues. I've had, you know, I've had times when I've had to replace my cloud phone multiple times. Pretty much every update I have to swap out to a new cloud phone. It doesn't like me, boys. So I've had like those little ones in that, but for the most part, like we've been pretty good. Like I've been more than like it performs better than any of the emulators that I got. And some people, it's kind of like the opposite. Like the emulators perform better for them. But not so much for me. Not so much for me, boys. Check the poison swamp. We'll get a double poison swamp for a quick little sec. Ah, there's too much crap on the screen. Can't see it. Hopefully it's a little bit helpful. Hopefully it's a little bit helpful, boys. Target prio goes to... Who is going to be the biggest problem? So we'll take advantage of boss. For the energy net, we'll move to... Oh, I feel like it's ranged or fast. I feel like fast will be the pain in the butt. And we'll put range there in case we need to push it up. And then outside of that, we'll just roll with it, boys. We'll roll with it. They go real good in the microwave. Good luck on your runs, bro. Shot JR. I'm super excited for this one. Just to see how having an Antbot performs. Damn, man. It's the connection for the what do you call it, for the cloud phone is what's making it choppy. Outside of that, I think it's just the stream of the game is making it choppy visually, but I think the cloud phone is performing properly, if that makes sense. Is it energy shield down? Energy shield down. Yep. Energy shield down. Let's do this. Let's give him hell. Eagle, what's good? What's good? How's your setup going, Eagle? I don't think we have to worry too much about the tanks. Like, eventually they will swarm us, but I feel like chipping will become a problem before the tank swarming us will be something. PJ, greetings from Rome. You fancy little slut. What are you doing over there? Oh, you're over there like, Maximo, Maximo, Maximo. There we go, boys. Quick little second, double poison swap. I just need the other substats on my ohm chip. I need there and there a double poison swamp substat. Just to get a few more seconds. What is this? Smart missiles. Kill enemies with a smart missile. The wife was shopping, so I'm on YouTube. Bro, PJ, what's the cuisine like over there? Like, you know how like Aussie, New Zealand, like our food is other countries' food? Like a lot of Western countries? What's it like over in Europe? Like, is there like signature dishes and like something where like, alright, hit me up with a Roman signature dish. What's it called? And they're like, oh, schnozberry. And you're like, well, what the fuck is a schnozberry? The schnozberries taste like schnozberries, boys. When in Rome, watch Clouded Blueface smiling. The food's insane. Oh, dude. There's something about like being somewhere that's not home and then just hitting up, like trying to find the most least touristy, like where the most cliche shit is, and then trying to hit that like obscure 3 streets over from the main street, little tucked away little spot, and trying the food there. Even like the beverages that are on tap just seems better quality. I can imagine like heaps of places like, because it's over in Europe, hey. So like all the borders and all the different, you know, there's a lot of people to feed. The only thing about Europe, boys, is I imagine in the zombie apocalypse, hands down worst place to be. Worst place to be in the zombie apocalypse, boys. You got all of Asia. Imagine those cunts coming over the border. Just, and the fast zombies too, boys. I can't be the only one that thinks about the zombie apocalypse. It can't just be me. Everything is based around the survival odds of the zombie apocalypse. Last night we were making pasta. They were making pasta in front of us before we ate it. Oh, PJ, dude, PJ, you're over there being super cutie. You fucking, you're over there being cute as, eh? Over there renewing your vows. Nah, that's awesome, bro. I can't wait to do something like that with my wife. One day I get a moment to do that sort of stuff. Off to the Thunderdome. What's that? What's a Thunderdome? Let's fucking Google that shit. Thunderducks. Thunderdome in Bangkok. Oh, boys. I searched Thunderdome and the first thing that popped up was in Bangkok. Thunderdome in Rome. Oh, wow. What's that? The Pantheon. Is it the Pantheon? Thunder and Dome. Vows will now include, I'll let you play the tower as much as you want, 100%. Is it the Pantheon? Coins have been down all week. I've checked perk order last night. Coins free ups are at the bottom. I hate that. I didn't check sooner. One other thing to check is just by resetting whatever device you're using. Just by like saving the game, shutting it down and reset. The Colosseum. Bro, look at this shit. It's hard to sift through what's AI and what's standard. That's the sort of stuff that I'll be interested. Like, if you took me there, like, I don't know, 20 years ago, I would have been interested on how do I get into a bar and where do I cop something to smoke. Because that's what I was like when we would go overseas. But, like, you take me there now, boys, I'd be fizzing out. I'll be fizzing out. Smelling the air. Feeling the winds go against my beard. Gotta go catch the replay. You take care, dude. Go enjoy yourself. Go get a leg over. Renew those vows and get a leg over. You take care, brother. Good to see you, man. Alright, what's our predict? I think with these sorts of battle conditions, like, a lot of people are gonna get some big waves. Like, straight up. A lot of people are going to get some big waves. Boys, I tell you what I got on the weekend. I got some adjustable dumbbells. And it was so funny. The first workout we did with these adjustable dumbbells. And I don't know if you guys know what it looks like. But imagine like the handle on a dumbbell. And it's got all the different plates. And the handle itself clicks and rotates. And it locks in which combination of plates to go through what weight. And my young fella, he came to his set, and I can't remember what we were doing. I think we had them racked like that, and then we'll pop in squats. Whoa, look how patchy this is. What is going on? What's the connection? The connection is looking slow. And then we'll pop in squats, and then I was like, go down, drop to like a squat, and when you come up, punch it to the ceiling, but just keep it in one fluid motion. And then the bro did it, and then one of the plates fell out. And I was like, oh shit. Okay, note to selves. Whatever we do with these adjustable dumbbells, make sure we're not in a position, like let's say you're doing some sort of press or something like that, make sure we're not in a position where our face is underneath that in case it lags out like that and it's like a scatter shooting through the wall. It was like super sketchy. Then we had to figure out how to fix the damn thing. So we had to pull the whole thing apart. I couldn't find any manuals online. The manuals that I did have for it, we burnt with all the rubbish. Like all the boxes, all the rubbish, all that carry on. And I was like, ah, shit. But we ended up fixing it and we kind of figured out, okay, what's the cause of the problem. We kind of figured that part out. Boys, I can't believe how choppy this is looking. Look at that. Was there like a shitload of people in Singapore that just logged on or something? This is ridiculous. I can't even see what's going on. Was definitely the perk order, the RNG. That was the issue. Just back up to the top, and the coins are back up. Dude, one thing I found super helpful was maxing out the bands and getting a good level of auto picks. Auto picks can be really good in slowing down how fast you pick up the damage perks. Like, you're gonna want them at the end of but if you filter in or set your perk selection to pick a bunch of EHP stuff first, then it can delay how long until you get the damage perks. It just helps delay it a bit. Miss Chicken Joe, what's good? Richard, Big Dog, Whitey, good luck today. Missed the notification, bro. That's YouTube playing up. I had to like stop and restart so many times. It was cringe as. I did stay in Legends the last 3 weeks in a row. Let's go, bro. 1690 waves. 690 waves is no joke, bro. That's some good innings. That's some real good innings. Tofuddy, hey Clouded, what happened to your econ? Is it doubled since the last video? Dude, I've got some cancellations in there, so we'll give it a bit of a tidy. So this here is just through optimizing. This run here I cancelled to start the next run. This one here I cancelled because of the stream. But we're right up in the high. So when I first, after the last, it was like here, 350, 360. So that's what I instantly got. And then I just keep tweaking the build because I'd only been farming with DC for like a day or less than it, like half a day. So after the Saturday night stream, through into the day, could see that it was viable and it was time to swap builds. And then we got that massive dono. Like, boys, insane. I was fizzing out, full fizzing out. I hope if it was you and you're in here tonight, man, wow, so humbled, man, so humbled. There's so much people more in need than me. And I'm super humbled that you wanted to invest in our journey. So that was like the initial, like right off the rip, like a 75% jump. And we're just through optimizing, it's just been clearing up. Like there's nothing else that's happened. It's just purely like tweaking. Just tweak, like as I'm learning how to farm with DC. It's like crazy. So the goal is by this weekend to like keep tweaking it further and get ourselves to the stage of basically doubling our econ. And then that'll be a real, because I probably whoever's clocked in for the progress update would be super interested in what that level of stones went into. And I might have missed the mark like a point here or two on some things, but I feel like getting that good foundation with GT was probably definitely well worth. So we'll be knocking on the door of 500Q an hour soon, which is absolutely wild to think about. Got scammed with the Temu dumbbells, bro. That's exactly what they were. It was crack up as, because I was bragging about the dumbbells Xenomorph. I was bragging about them like, and the ones that I was gonna get were like 300 and they were like 350 or 330 a piece. So you got to buy two. So it's like $600 for two, and it's like I was like laughing like, ha. I bought 2 for $300. Well, that's why, boys, because the plate falls out and knock your fucking teeth out. It's like the fucking Temu dumbbells, boys. And I was like one of those ones where I laughed at. I said to my son, I said, when we get the next stack up, so the next stack up, like, it might be, say, 20 kilos to 35. That's how, like, the range that it can lock in. Like, when we get those ones, we're going to actually buy the proper ones. Because I don't want to sit there with 35s above my face and then it just falls and knocks my teeth out. Work just finished for me in Western Oz, so it might be that time of day in Singapore. McChicken Joe. Krintos. I had a few people ask me about glass cannon coin farming in the stream. I sent them your way. Let's go. I told them you just fixed your glass cannon farm recently and that you were the dude to ask. Hopefully I can help. Hopefully I can give people some help. But thanks for the reference, dude. I super appreciate it. I think I know where a lot of the shortcuts are. Where, like, I think a lot of people, what's the best way to put this? I think heaps of people that are really pro glass cannon have accelerated through large chunks of the game really, really fast. And then because of that, it's like the timeline of progression is a bit skewed, where a player who's not accelerating through the progression super fast has to be a lot more, should be like optimizing their build in a way where you're getting like the best bang for buck. Like every decision should be the best bang for buck. So if you're looking for damage, it's like, well, this is a 4 times damage, this is a 5 times damage, this is a 2 times damage, this is a 0.8 times damage, and like how you're ranking it is like from the most best bang for buck, and it's all coming down in a timeline until you're getting to the point where you're getting diminishing returns for the lowest investment in that. But like some of that timeline, some of that stuff can get a little bit skewed if people are like super boosting their progression, because it'll be like, yeah, just unlock this, just unlock that, just unlock, you know, like I hope that kind of makes sense. But I know where heaps of the shortcuts are, like especially with the tiers, like where people are. So it's like I'll know like what's coming up, like not to say that other people won't, and like trying to say it like I'm the only one that knows. It's just like I've only just recently got out of the earlier tiers, and I suppose since the goalposts moved in the game, I'm now back in the early tiers. But it's fresh enough in the mind, meaning fresh enough like this year I was in the earlier tiers, that I'll know what's the problems that they're going to face. So it's going to be like, okay, first thing you're going to run into is chipping. Solve the chipping problem. Next thing you're going to run into is raise. You know, next thing you're going to run into when you jump up to the next is going to be bosses. Next thing you're going to run into, because it's super, super fresh in the mind. But for the most part, to solve all those problems, we're all using the same kind of tools. It's all kind of cookie cutter. It's just at which point in the game do you rely on those tools. And I think that's probably like the thing that trips a lot of people up, is like because of how you progress through the game and that, and you don't want to do yourself, like, you know that time's precious and you want to make sure like you're utilizing it as best as possible. That like if you've got to save like a week and a half to get a mastery, you want to make sure it's the best mastery that you can get. Cads, what's good? What's good? Sup Clouded 1543 and not getting keys. Ouch, is that what I'm in for? Boys, I got like nothing left. Look, I'm out. I'm out at 1500. It pushed back the testing of the build, and it's screwed this week's testing results. This week was meant to be testing for full damage page gold box versus 0 for the poor man's, what do they call it? The poor man's damage slider. Get the rep poppin', mate. Michael Caxton, what's good? I did pick up CF plus 4, so maybe that was what secured the 600 waves. But I fast run out of damage at 700. CF plus 4 is where it kind of starts feeling nice. Honestly, I reckon like one more click, CF plus 5, feels good. Like, looking back now, I would have been happy to just stay at another Death Defy. I would have been happy to just stay at CF5 rather than going to 7. Cloudy, what tools do you need for advancing the tiers now, do you think? So to move to tier 19, I feel like looking at overall at the account, to move to tier 19, I think I need a much higher lifetime stones. Sorry, a much higher, well, yeah, we all need a higher lifetime stones. I need a much higher lifetime coins, and that's so it can just all go into my workshop. I need more investment into the assist, like substat and multiplier. I need a way to solve the fast ultimate. Like, I've seen people do crazy numbers. Like, I fizz out if I see 10Q a minute. I've seen people in tier 18 pulling like hundreds of Q a minute. Or maybe it was just my eyes, but I looked at it and I was like, God damn, there's so much room to improve here. But like, the name of the game's to get into those upper tiers. Like, I don't know, like, I know that people have solved it with Poison Swamp and farming with Poison Swamp stun on. Like, I need a lot of enemy level skips. I need like just a lot of effective damage. I'm probably going to need more CC. Like, I feel like it's the crowd control. The crowd control will be a real big one. Crowd control and effective damage, whether that's enemy level skips or whether that's just raw damage. Combination of both. Whatever's going to net more damage. So it's pretty much like, I don't feel like there's anything specific, like, let's say like Chain Lightning Plus is the answer to move into the next tier. I don't feel like it's anything like that. Like, we should be able to get away with still using Chain Lightning as the damage dealer. But somehow we have to stop the fast from throwing the tanks at us. The fleets I'm not worried about. I'm more worried about like the health scaling of the tier. That the health scaling will be yoked enough that the enemy level skips will be super important. And to get the enemy level skips, we need a lot of substat efficiency, and we need a lot of lifetime coins. Hence the reason for Econ. So what I'll probably be doing next is probably chase a little bit of player power, probably through like Antbot Plus, and then outside of that, it'll be just Econ, just to get like as much lifetime coins as possible. I feel like that's probably like a really safe bet. I think it's kind of like the safe bet that everyone kind of plays. Like, if you're not too sure what to do, you can never go wrong with some Econ. So at least while you're farming, everything's kind of clocking over while you make your decision. Alright, we're definitely getting chipped. So I think it's the range. I don't think the fast are slipping through. Ranged, yeah, for sure. It's the range. Alright, boys. If you see somebody you know, give them a shout out. Is that nobody test? Or is this just... Is that what he's called on the game? Taylux. Alright, here's the moment of truth, boys. Hold your breath. Oh, heaps of campers. Okay, boys. Alright, so I'll change the target priority and we'll just give that another nudge. Give it another nudge. We could probably keep everything else the same. Speaking of damage slider, got it after last tourney and it made a huge difference as far as letting it run maxed out 100% of the time. Also allowed tier 18 to finally go crazy with damage. That is probably my next purchase after some gems. The gem thingy. What do you call it? Gem stacker. Jump to tier 19's rough. You need a lot of CC. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm like... I'm just thinking about those fasts. Just bringing everything in. So it's like, what form of CC would I choose to help solve the problem? And there's a few things that like my mind is like working with. So it all comes down to these slots. So if we go to my farming one, like if I go with Poison Swamp, if I go with more CF, like something. Is it in a landmine? But I'm hoping to not get locked into in a landmine setup. But at the end of the day, we'll do what we have to do. But I'm hoping it's not the case that I have to get locked into it, because then it'll be stones locked into something. Stones locked into something where a meta can shift. And I guarantee you, well, I won't put my left testicle on it, but I'll put a bit of a thing on it that with the popularity of Inner Landmine Plus, that there'll be a rework to another damage dealer to try to spread out the meta, at least like 2 options. So there's not just like heaps of EHP, what do they call it? Heaps of Inner Landmine Andes running around the place. I'm 1 key away from auto restart. McChicken Joe, let's go. I was thinking about also doing a long range Poison Swamp build, since I'm going to be lacking in damage. What about things like slow aura mastery, nuke mastery, auto nuke, more CF? Slow aura I think is probably one of my up there next purchases, because I feel like it'll help in tourney and it'll help in farm, because at the moment in farm I'm farming no CF plus. I've tried a number of combinations and no CF plus, but at 90% slow currently is the best for me. I've tried 90% speed, CF on, CF plus on, CF plus off 90% speed, 75% speed with CF Plus, 75% speed without CF Plus, all combinations with and without in the landmines. Like, I've tried so many things, and the thing that I've settled for is 90% slow with 90% slow with CF Plus off, no landmines, and that seems to be where I'm getting the most coins. And I think it comes down to the tagging of the orbs. It's a combination of like the kill speed mixed with the combination of tagging with orbs. Like, finding that sort of balance is kind of like what's working for me at the moment. But dude, 1 key off auto restart is insane. Once you get that auto restart, the tutorial on the game finally finishes. The game finally begins. Honestly, it is the most incredible feeling in the world. And I was so lucky that when I got auto restart, it was perfect timing with everything that was going on in my life at the time. It was like it could not have came at a better time. And saying that, we were absolutely pushing for it. Like, throwing the kitchen sink at it, boys. I needed that because I knew a bunch of stuff was coming up IRL. I haven't even done a single lab on Poison Swamp. My labs are rammed. Next dissonance is 110Q. Whoa. That's a big jump, eh? It's like that, those stupid labs. They just jump. And battle condition research is getting expensive fast. Dude, the faster you can clock those battle condition ones, so good. I'm planning on getting the last 3 assist mods next. It's a quick way to spend 3k stones, but I need it, I think. I can't think of a better mastery instead. Dude, they're pretty good, man. And if you're saying the last 3, you could probably leave cannon for a very long time. A very long time. There's no like urgency for it. Like, you can get a nice little damage boost out of it, but those stones could, that 1,000 stones could probably be spent better else somewhere. The jump to tier 19 farming is rough. Tier 20 also isn't easy, but I think I might possibly be able to do tier 21. Let's go. AFK the beast. Jump to tier 21. Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. What's the difference between the fleet spawn rate between 19 and 20? They shouldn't nerf in a landmine, just give other options. Yeah, bro. Boys, there's like stuff in games where it's like, this probably needs to be nerfed because it's broken. But for the most part, I like it when they just bring other shit up. Because like, us as consumers of a product, it goes back to the other stream when we were talking about the power fantasy. Like, when you get something and it's like absolutely yoked, and you just watch it, which would be in this case obliterate everything on the screen, it gives you that sense of fucking yeah, run dun 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 dun. Gives you that feeling, boys. Sitting on the Limmy Bash, run dun 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 dun. There's nothing like that kind of feeling in a game. Like, there's stuff where it's just stupid, where it's broken and it can trivialize, in-game Uber bosses. You don't want anything that's going to trivialize the game and all of a sudden everyone's farming tier 23. But you want to get something and then watch it do its thing and get that sense of enjoyment out of it. So as long as it's not broken, I reckon things shouldn't be nerfed. But I'm much more of a fan because, like, as a consumer, it's like, if that's the way that people want to play, I'm much more of a fan, like, of when devs and games recognize that that's a way that people want to play, and then they choose to make additions towards that way, which doesn't have to, by using different tools, but that same sort of power fantasy. I'm a big big advocate of that method of game balance or direction in a game. In a landmine counting as projectile doesn't make sense. Dude, you're not wrong. I mean, like, the only thing that makes it kind of look like a projectile is, what's that mod? Magnetic hook. But yeah, it's more of a bomb. It reminds me of Inner Landmine, Inner Landmines remind me of that game, is it Minesweeper? For all you old fuddies here tonight, it's Minesweeper, eh? And it's like the game and you gotta click all the things and then you hit the mine and you're like, ah! That's what it reminds me of. What range for farming? If that's for me, Taylor, 30 meters at the moment. Magnetic hook's the only exception. That's also McChicken. I hope you get lots of keys. JR's just giving McChicken Joe a bit of some love, bro, dude. Auto restart, man, bro, get it. The tutorial finally ends. I think that's what AFK said to me when I got auto restart. I was like, the game finally begins. This is the tutorial's finally over. Auto restart. Holy shit. But bro, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like every time I get to new areas and stuff in the game, and I don't just mean things that we're looking at standard shit like tiers and farming, all new challenges that I have to overcome. I feel like I just have so much to learn. I feel like in my mind, I missed the mark on a bunch of shit, and then I'm like, I wonder why that stumped me for so long. When I overcome something, a good example is switching to DC, and I don't know why it stumped me so long. I just think I didn't take the time to math things out correctly. Just didn't sit there and just start crunching numbers, which is kind of what I did a lot more in the earlier stages of the game, and I don't really do that so much now, which is probably not a good thing. But I used to take quite a bit of time to sit there and geek out on shit. And not to the level of some of the geekiness that I've seen in this game. Square root by the pi for the power of the eternity equals a 45% increase of the root pi, sum of the denominator. We're not talking that geeky, boys. We're talking basic math. Chimp math, we'll call it. Right now, the Echo Lab costs 682 big Q. Whoa. 11 big Q an hour. So that's 60 hours of farming? Is that 3 days? Wait. Oh, 11 Q. 60 hours of farming. Sure, the cannon's multiplier efficiency stat increase the tower's damage overall. Definitely does, and you can get a very nice damage increase. You can get a nice damage increase from the multiplier efficiency for a very low cost, assuming that you're all on top of all of your shards and all that sort of stuff. And you're kind of getting the most that you can for which area of the game you are. The only problem is that initial 1,000 stone investment. So it could be put for a 40 or 80% increase in damage, is it worth it for the cost and the multiplier efficiency? 100%. It's cheap as chips. But we also have to factor in that initial 1000 on top. And the substats, the unique sub effects isn't really that great on them. There's nothing really screaming out. They're kind of like a very much nice to have. There's nothing too great. So it's definitely, I think when the boys advised me to get it, I feel like that time where I was in the game was a good time. Because we were trying everything we can to get more waves in Tawny, and the boys were saying stop mucking around with all that crap and just get some damage. And then we got a dono come through, and then the boys were like, yeah man, it's time now, just get the, like, because there's not really many cheap things left as far as power goes. So it's kind of like, it's really nice, but it all comes down to the timing. Where if we go back to what I was saying, like how we stack all the things in the list and we pick up the things that are the bestest bang for buck since we were little girls, and then we just slowly work our way down the list. I don't know what's better, Nuke Plus, Slow Aura. I'd go with Slow Aura, dude. Honestly, I'd go with Slow Aura. Nuke Plus is probably a nice to have. It's probably definitely a nice to have, but I'd go Slow Aura personally. I don't have either, so maybe people like AFK are better for their recommendations, but anytime my nuke goes off, I'm gonna die. It's like the only benefit for nuke is trying to roll the last death defies as much as possible. So trying to get those last death defies, like squeeze out as much as you can to just try to claw another energy shield. But like you're just rolling the dice on the luck. Whereas Slow Aura, it's like it can, like, it works right off the rip, eh? Alright, let's see what this guy's stolen. Okay, so faster, definitely a problem. Like, they were just flying and chipping me. Fast and range. So I knew chipping would be the problem with knockback resistance. So how are we going to solve this, boys? How are we going to solve this? Sorry boys, I'll catch up with chat soon. I'm just trying to think what's our best way to solve it. Look at that. See that? It was the fast. The range came in and took our wings. What are we gonna do here, boys? Death Defy. Let's speed this up. It's hard because it's so choppy. It's hard for me to see what the hell's going on. Everyone's awake in Singapore, boys. When it's like making the cloud phone choppy, I can't see what the hell's going on. I was rushing for bot presets for the power spike and almost clicked the first gem discount when the announcement came out about V29. Yeah, I'm happy that everyone gets it. Like, that sort of stuff makes me consider making a second account. If you can, like, get some of that stuff. Workshop presets, boys, huge. Huge. I'm expecting the change in the vault just to be a discount slash free respecs, but everybody else will get like the respec thing for free. The ability to have the presets for free, but not the respec for free, if that makes sense. And that will be what's locked behind keys. And in that case, it's like, even if I was paying gems, I just wouldn't get it for a very long time. Because it's like, it's not like, we're not going to be respecing like it's going out of fashion. Same here, AFK. I can make the next Disco Lab in 3 days, but ROI is so low, going from 9 to 9.5%, that I'll just pump Workshop Plus for now. Xenomore, save up gems for V29. Can rush the preset labs as soon as they come out. Boys, I had a moment of weakness. I've only got 2,000 gems. I spent 1,000 gems. Actually less. I spent 800 gems. I got my farm dim core. I got another dim core, boys. Boys. I got another dim core, which gave me the star, which gave me the 201 slot. I was like so stoked. So stoked, boys. I don't know how to solve the chipping. How are we going to solve the chipping? How are we going to solve the chipping, boys? How the hell are we going to solve all the chipping? What are we going to do? Why am I struggling so much? McChicken Joe, I would say slow aura is better first, since it's always on and you don't need the smart and auto. What range do you farm at? Minesweeper, a bunch of numbers and boom, you're dead. Auto nuke is so close for me. I could get that. Auto nuke was really good for me for death defies. That was like the best thing about auto nuke for me, was the death defies. Auto restart's such an interesting that Uncle Futz is gatekeeping it from us. It's almost like it increases retention. Dude, honestly, bro. That's the thing that I wish everybody has. That at a certain tier, a certain milestone, everybody unlocks auto restart. 100%, man. It's called FUD math. During the early game, we're trying so hard to optimize to get there, and it's like a gamble. By the time you get to auto restarts, Uncle Fuds already has you. He knows you won't leave by then. Yeah, locked in. It's that sunken cost fallacy. You know all the time that you've invested in the game, and you're like, you don't want to feel like that time has kind of went to nothing. So you like push through and suffer or whatever it is. But yeah, man, I wish everybody had it. It should be. Everyone should have it. With all of us early game players trying to optimize and get to that level, there's a lot of engagement across all platforms for guides, tips, which will most likely increases exposure. Mate, you're getting spoon-fed DCs. It's like that, dude. I actually was like, had a bit of a gamble moment. And I was like, I'm going to do 3 rolls, 3 pulls. And I'll see if I get a project funding. And then we're not going to touch anything. Boys, and I couldn't believe it. I got another DC on like my 2nd or 3rd pull. And I was like, no way. And it gave me that 201 slot. I'm not sure about what presets have the same impact. If every time I click to change my tourney, it costs gems. I don't think it'll be the cost to pick which preset. It's just the cost if you have to respec that specific preset. People get annoyed with the 300 plus to change, unless it is like each time you swap in between there's a gem cost, but I don't think it's that. Maybe it is, maybe it's not. If you're considering slow aura or nuke plus, always slow aura. It's always on, and even if it's a little bit more pricey. How much does it cost? How much does it cost? 1,000. A couple weeks of tourneys. Alright, we got nothing but our nuke. Sleekish, what's good? What's good? Good morning. Slow aura first, then nuke. Swapping presets will be free. The respec, yep. That's kind of what I thought it would be like. Oh, and there's the nuke. They probably give you 5 workshop presets to build once you invest. They're set. Only when you want to redo. Yeah, and I mean, they might even give you like only 2 or 3. And then key unlocks gives you more presets. Man, if it costs gems just to swap between the presets, the infamous word of Mrs. Clouds, I'd rather shit in my hands and clap 10 million times. Boys, oh man. People will be mad, but people would probably still take advantage of the system. My whole thing with not respecing for each tourney was because I couldn't be bothered doing it. Wasn't even like the cost factor, it was just like I just could not be bothered doing it. So I don't think tanks are the problem. So we're doing this range because we're worried about the tanks smothering, but it's just the chipping. It's just the chipping. How are we going to solve the chipping? We can't solve it with orbs. I mean, orbs still do a percentage base. Let's fuck around and find out. So orbs are still dealing 20%. Let's fuck around and find out, boys. Because this is pissing me off. Like, why this is even a thing. We use the other orbs to help with the tanks. We use those orbs to help with the chipping. Or do we be super cheeky this next right? We'll go this. Push these ones right out and we'll just use these ones for the tanks. And just so they're just slowly clipping away at them. And we use the other ones to get rid of the fluff because the problem is the chipping, boys. And that's all we have to focus on is the problem of the chipping. Oh, now tanks are instantly a problem. Damned if we do and damned if we don't, boys. Is this solving our chipping problem? Do we just move one problem to another? One problem to the next? No, I think this is the setup here. We use the extra orbs to just slowly nick the tanks. And we use all the other orbs to get rid of all the crap that's chipping us and causing us all the problems. And then we just put ourselves in a position where eventually tanks will just become the problem. And who cares, we'll deal with that. Alright, that's the strat, boys. We know the strat now. We're going to try that next run. Let's pound it out. Let's pound it out, but let's not pound it out how XL Daily pounds it out. Yeah, this is the strat. We just use that. We just smash everything on the orb line. Yeah, that's performing better, boys. Just a little bit of a tweak. Just tweak it. Stick your extra orbs on the line. That's what I do. At its core, Fuzz created a game around permanent choices, leading the game to being a lot of prep. But choice is what people are asking for to play about with builds. It's the opposite of his plan. Yeah, I found it interesting in the post where it was mentioned like it wasn't realized how much quality of life the players are valued so high. Now we'll just, I don't know like the exact words, but it was something like that. We didn't realize how much of a priority the players put quality of life at. Like, is that boys, does that just sound crazy saying that out loud? Is that just me? Is that just me, boys? Like, is that my brain glitching out? We didn't realize how much players valued the quality of life. What? What? Fuck, I was like, yeah, man. It's because we're all old cunts. It's because we're all old cunts, boys. Fucking hell, we're all gonna die soon. I value the shit out of the quality of life. Like, boys, was that just me? Was I the only one that... Fuck, you guys have to tell me, man. You guys have to tell me, boys. Is that a bad take? Am I fucking tripping out? Dude, am I the only one tripping out, boys, on that one? Like, yeah, man, we fucking value the shit out of... We value the fucking shit out of quality of life. What the fuck? Boys, where's the disconnect? Fuck me. Holy shit, boys. Yes, man. Yep, we value... We value, yeah, man. We're all fucking millennials. We're old now. Boys, there's like, what's the generation? What's the newest generation? Fuck. We're like 3 generations behind. We value the shit out of quality of life. Fuck, that is like, that is the top thing. Quality of life over everything. Now, there's some sweat lords out there, and kudos to the sweat lords. I was fucking sweaty as too when I played this at the start. I did all of that shit, manual pick the perks and optimize and all that. But boys, quality of life, fam. Quality of life. Quality of life, my brothers. If you set the prior to boss range fleet. Boss range fleet. Oh, well, let's get this count out of the way. What do you say? The boss ranged fleets. Go like that. Alright, this is definitely running a lot better. I just need this run to end to hurry up and rerun it with the current settings that we have. And just roll like that. Pretty sure Muse said the swaps will be free, but the respecking costs. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. And then they add a discount into the vault. I think assist mods gave people the first taste of different styles of build options. You can imagine all the RPG style players wanting like Diablo style levels of configurations. Yes, Eagle. Boys, stuff like that makes me fizz, because this is like a geeky game, and geeky cunts play games like Diablo and that sort of shit. It's like, all I ever want since I was a little girl. Like, incorporate that sort of shit makes me fizz out. Like, when I see modules, I see armor and shit. I see, like, armor from those sorts of games. When I see substats, I see, like, prefixes, suffixes. Like, that's how my mind, like, digests it. Alright, let's do the exact same thing, and let's go again. I will stick with AD. Yeah, I'll stick with AD. I'm gonna change things a little bit though. I'm not gonna go so high on the range. I'm going to go... I'm going to take the range to where the extra orb... what is it? Is it... I think it's like 100 and something. I'm trying to sing it with the space displacer. Let's turn space to space. Landmines on. I'll catch up with you guys in a sec. 1 sec. Can we turn this down? Oh no, that's the lowest she goes. Damn. That looks unco. It's probably too short. Let's go here. Wait, there? What's that? 120? I'll try 120 and hopefully we don't get swarmed by tanks. So now I gotta get the other orbs. And I'll... oh, what? And go there and bring those in to there. Let's see what that goes like. Let's see what this goes like, boys. We'll get full refunds for each branch in the vault. Will we get? Yep, that's what I heard. I can live with 50 gems cost for respec if I can still switch for free. 100%. One quality of life, in my opinion, they could add is maybe warning before too much coins being spent in each preset. Before it doesn't allow you to switch between what you spent. I've seen it happen a few times. I've seen it happen a few times on streams too. And people have to like juggle around labs and all sorts of stuff to siphon things off. Put keys to other stuff in the power tree. I'd be livid if I'm spamming coins into one preset, then suddenly go back into my farming setup because I spent too much. I've been very cautious, like when I've pulled coins. Like I've got my Purser coins, and then I know like when I pull some out of modules, when I swap it for 20, like how much I should keep on deck. Quality of life is everything. That's what I tell people in the help threads. First find the life routine. It's so weird to explain this, but it's a years long game. 100%. It's a slow burn. It's got to be around life stuff. We need auto upgrade from the Temu Tower and auto gem collector. Bro, we need the Temu Tower's auto gem collector. The Temu Tower got that right. The Temu Tower got that absolutely right. I did some Dabs Lab to prevent overcharge from hitting in Tawny. It's helping in high waves. Kind of funny they made Dabs useful. Are you using the substat for it too? Bro, the current generation of kids won't make it past tier 1 in this game. Oh, they won't. That goldfish attention span, eh? It's only can like process at the same rate of like of what a reel or a short goes for. Refund on discounts has not been confirmed. Ooh. Muse just said all affected nodes will be refunded, but didn't specify which are the affected nodes. Oh no. I have mine fast, range, fleet, and I leave boss up to the gods. All I know is I need to control of the fast and the range. Gale, what's good? Eva, unfortunately, my headphones broke today because of my naughty cat, so I can't hear your voice. It would be great if you could respond through chat instead. Oh no, how did you break your headphones? As easy as it seems to be stuck at a preset, it's almost always going to be on purpose from doing a pricey lab, not by accident. I can't even make it past tier 1. Wow, you can't make it past tier 1. I don't think that gem discount will come as well. But that's fair. Respec should cost the gems. Luck, what's good? Yeah, imagine telling my current generation of kids in 6 months you'll be able to get your MVN synced to 65 chicken. In 12 months time, in 3 years time, you'll be able to get a feature where the game can start itself again. Eva and Twitch is telling me off. She broke her headphones. Or he. Boys, yeah, it's like, it's one of those things, this dude from work just started the tower. He's been playing it for about a week, and he's like, I can only get the runs to 4 hours. I was like, dude, 4 hours when you first start is living the dream. Boys, living the dream. Like, I would be you can do a lot of stuff in 4 hours. You can go mow the lawns. You can have a shower. You can mow the lawns, have a shower, take the dogs for a run, do your washing, all sorts of stuff. Come back, reset your run. I wonder if we did a little bit too much changing this range. We'll just roll with it, eh? Smit and Smit. What's good, what's good? Bonzo made a second tower named Son of Bonzo. I believe his second tower started a few days ago. That's a cool name, eh? Son of Bonzo. Baby Bonzo. Nice, don't play the game League of Legends. The League of Legends is a curse. Yeah, I'm one of those ones that when I do something or do a game, I freak out on it. And, man, I've already, this game has already captivated me enough. Doing something like League and that, yeah. Especially like PvP games. PvP games would just roll me. Because I rage too much. His second tower can't even make it past tier 1 yet. I'm pretty sure his goal for the second tower was to make it... His goal for his second tower was to get it to be able to go to Legends as a free-to-play. Whoa, boys. That is a very ambitious goal. With how the goalpost is moving. Free to play to get to Legends, or to get to Keys, sorry. That's a grind. That's a hell of a grind. I'll be able to get Perma Black Hole this week. Let's go. Congrats, Luck Mark. Dude, I was so happy when I got Perma Black Hole. Holy shit, I just got GT Duration on my MVN last slot. Been rolling it for 6 months. Taylux. I've heard a few people have struggled with GT Duration. I was pretty lucky with these rolls. Even this. I just need in this last slot probably something to do with Poison Swamp. D Knowles, what up, man? Good morning from the US, dude. crazy time in the US for you, so thank you for stopping in. I super appreciate it. Free to play keys. He's really future proofing. Yeah, that's man, free to play to keys now. That's a lot of ground to make up. It's like yeah. Yeah, that's a mish. Quote from a top 10 player. 120 meter range is objectively the best tower range, so you might be onto something. Haha! 120. Let's go. We might be onto something, boys. Guess Perma Black Hole will fit perfectly with the bot presets. With a max flame bot. This will be nice. Yeah, dude, 100%. 100%. Perma Black Hole's like the first taste of crowd control in the tower. I think Spartan mentioned that it's like your first kind of sample, like outside a landmine stun card to combat vampires. It's like your first kind of like serious taste of controlling things on the screen. And then your next big one is your next big one after that is, what's the next big one, boys? Chronofield. Perma Chronofield. Or Poison Swamp Stun. Some people go that direction. Alright, let's see what this is like. I wish we had 2 Perma Poison Swamps. I don't know where to go after though. Unlocking CF and working on that. Bringing cooldown of GT and Deathwave from 120 to 100. Or getting some masteries. Dude, honestly, I wouldn't go for CF. I would do your basic econ stuff. Like get it to 100 seconds. Yeah, like, I mean, like, if you can afford masteries in that, masteries are a great power spike. So there's also that too, if you just want to, like, pursue that. Oh, what's up with my Shockwave, boys? What is up with the Shockwave? Hold on, I can't see the Shockwave. It's too fucking choppy. Let's see where it sits. So just outside. I might go one more click. Ryan will beat me up. Ryan will beat me up if my Shockwave's too high. He'll go. He will say, here's a list. This is what your Shockwave needs to be at. Basically, I'm a professional graphics designer with years of experience specializing in customizing Twitch channels at a reasonable price. Can I show you some of my work on Discord? Only a crazy time in the US if you work normal hours. Bro, that's it, man. That's it. I'm sure everything would help, so no wrong choices. Yeah, dude, like, I mean, you can always safely hedge with doing econ and get a good foundation. I kind of, now that I've kind of, you know, been a couple years playing the game, I'm not one of those people that probably originally when I played the game, it was like, get econ, do this, get econ, more numbers, more numbers. But now that I've played the game for a bit longer, I feel like you do, you should do econ until you hit breakpoints, and I should probably elaborate on that more. So there's certain breakpoints in the game where you need to be able to afford certain things. I feel like your big initial ones at the start is investing in some enemy health level skips, getting the levels up in your basic workshop, and getting your enhancements up. They're super expensive and they cost a lot, and they're like kind of like your first kind of taste of, ouch, I have to save up. I can't just do a run, upgrade, do a run, upgrade, do a run, upgrade. I might have to save up for a day or two. It's your first kind of taste. Your next kind of taste is like masteries. So it should just be, what was it going to take for me to be able to afford at least 2 or 3 masteries running constantly? What's the next breakpoint, boys? Probably the next breakpoint would be investing further into enhancements. What is going on here? You guys see that? Everything kind of exploding and teleporting into me. Then you get like your other breakpoints. I suppose you get to a certain stage and it's like labs, and then labs are like all at tiers. Like it's like Eagle was talking before about the battle condition labs. You know, like once you get to stuff like, I had to push econ quite a bit because I needed to be able to afford the assist module labs. And like in the background in your mind is like constantly pouring into, well, what's the next investments that I have to do on my enhancements and that. Like that sounds like only a couple things, but realistically that might be so many months in order to be able to afford those couple of things, if that kind of makes sense. So I kind of, and I feel like in the other time, like once you hit that break point, I personally recommend to people to focus on tournament stuff and enjoy that breakpoint position in the where you are in the game. So say you get enough economy that you can afford masteries, then kick back on the econ. Enjoy that part of the game. If you can afford the masteries, get that power spike, enjoy it. You know, if your next breakpoint in the game is affording a certain group of labs, then get enough econ to support that, and then get some more player power. Because when I first started the game, I was following like a stupid guide that definitely I had no business. The guide itself wasn't stupid, but my interpretation of the guide is what put me back. Because I was following, boys, and I mentioned this before, I was following a Wales guide into how to get to champs or legends or some bullshit like that. Yeah, keynote, the Wales guide. And it just set me back, and I couldn't understand why. It just felt like I was banging my head against the wall until I lost it, and I went to go re-find it, and then I seen the title and I was like, why the hell am I following this? Fuck, this is so hard to see. It's so choppy. It's like hard for me to tell what's going on. Deftify. So yeah, and after that I went like econ, and I went econ, and there was probably plenty of moments where just some very mild investment into tournament performance would have netted me more keys, and more stones in the long run faster, or probably could have got to legends faster and that sort of thing. And I think that's like, looking back, I feel like that's kind of a good method, if I could do my journey over again, that's what I'd do. I would bounce in between, okay, where's the next target economically? Push for that econ, hit that break point, and then go, okay, now let's get some player power. Because like the goalpost is constantly moving as everybody is constantly increasing. Constantly. Week on week, day by day. Everybody's constantly moving and the goalpost constantly moves. And if you lock yourself into one area, like let's say you lock yourself purely into tournament performance, then eventually you're just not going to have enough econ. Like your lifetime coins is going to be so low compared to somebody that spread themselves out a bit more wider, that you won't have the sheer level of enhancements or the labs that they have. And then vice versa. You can leave stones on the floor or potentially keys on the floor if you only just went just in on econ and you didn't do any of the cheap player power stuff that's out there. And then that's just my like overall analysis of my journey, was that I kind of leaned too hard into specific stuff too much, and then like almost like it became gospel to me. And then like as times progress, it's like I've recognized that, and then now I'm like a lot more malleable. Like I'll swap in between. I'll get like, okay, I just need to do this, and then I just need to solve that, and then I swap into this and swap into that. And I found like that's kind of the best way for me to go forward. And yeah, I that's kind of what I preach to people. Now other people might see things, it might be a bad take or whatever. I'm only purely going off my own experience of stuff that I want to say regret, because it's like at the end of the day we're doing fine, but it's just stuff that I wish I maybe did a little bit differently, and I just don't want other people to make that mistake. Like a good example would be like somebody might have it yoked as econ but they can't get into champs. You know what I mean? And I just like sitting down in plat forever and a day, and it'll be like, dude, if you just put like dedicated a little bit of stones, added this in, you'd be getting a high stone economy. Like that sort of thing. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. Black Hole GT and Deathwave to 100 seconds is a great start. It's a great foundation. Exactly what Taylor said. I can afford 2 masteries running in the lab, so you're in a really good spot. And the good thing is when you can afford 2 to constantly run, each one that you get, generally speaking, not always, but like we'll put like a big generalization out there, each one that you get helps you afford the next one's better, and it just like snowballs from there. Once you hit 3.0 enhancements, it's a crawl, especially to 3.5. I've just kind of hit that mark, and everything looks super pricey. I stayed up until 1 a.m. watching Zerdan stream last night. It's 1 a.m. is the latest I've stayed up in a while. I guess that decision will be made in V29, so I can see what I need with the presets. Bro, here's me investing some stones into CF. Big yikes, thousands into CF and can't even use it properly. Yeah, CF's one of those things. It's like a super big investment. If I'm able to get Glass Cannon and Tawny working, I might invest in some damage masteries. Yeah, I mean, like, here's if it comes down to playstyle too. Like, if damage is your preferred playstyle, I'm just a big advocate for damage builds, because stone for stone, it is the most efficient way to play the game. The most efficient way to play the game, stone for stone. Now, I understand when people say that it takes a lot of stones. Like, damage is a stone heavy investment, but stone for stone, it's the most efficient way to play the game. That's why that's why heaps of people play damage. That's how ironic. The only constant thing in this game is change. It's important if you're free to play or not too. For free to play, it's almost mandatory to almost focus on tournaments because econ is related to stones. Sven, the skull. What's good, my man? What's good, my ran? Yeah, I feel like if you're like a free to play or like maybe you bought the initial things, whatever, those multiplier things in the store, but you don't buy anything else, the best thing you can do is play meta. Like follow the exact meta path. Like, oh, well, we'll rephrase that. The best thing you can do is play the game how you want to play, but the best way for you to progress is to play meta. If that makes sense. And things are meta in games because they are the most stone efficient way to play the game, or cost effective way to play the game. That's why things are called meta. They wouldn't be meta if they weren't the most cost effective way to play. And that's why damage is meta. It's the most cost effective way. But yeah, the most important thing, play the game the fuck how you want to play it. The second most important thing would be if you want to play the game and get anywhere, the best thing you can do is play meta and follow the exact pathing of meta. Good here, back to school today. Let's go. Back to school, what are you studying? Play how you want to play, but don't complain if your tower's shit. A wise man once said. Play the game, play the tower how you want to play, but don't complain if your tower is shit. I think we had one of those in one of the tourneys, and I got absolutely smoked. And then I was like, oh, well, boys, it is what it is. I'm not going to complain because it's my tower, and I'm not going to complain if my tower is shit. I only have myself to blame for my decisions. A care assistant, nice. What country are you in, Sven? Are you over in Europe? EHP Stein Files, boys. That's what we were going to call the puppy. Hey, babe. No, she's not even in here. We were going to call the puppy Epstein. No, we weren't, boys. Yeah, Sweden. Yeah, I assumed from the Sven. My grandson doesn't want a care assistant. My grandson doesn't want a care assistant. Boys, I tell you what, boys. I think I'll be a cool granddad, eh? That happens every time. How the hell do I death-defy and then nuke? Is it... What the hell's going on? Meta equals most effective tactic available. Is that what it actually means? Most effective tactic? Boys. Who wants to do stuff on his own? Boys, I reckon I'll be a crack up granddad, eh? Boys, I'll be bugging the shit out of my grandchildren too. Like, I do it like... I feel like it's your duty when you're like an uncle. Like, when you're an uncle and you get unk status, it is your duty to piss off your niece and nephews. Like, it's like when you walk past them, like say they're in your house, they're in your lounge, whatever. When you walk past them, you can't just walk past them, boys. You got to walk past them and push them over. You got to get them or choke slam them on the bed. It's like your duty as uncle. Walk past them and you can't, like, if they smile at you, you got to like pull a face, put a Halloween mask on and chase them around the house. Like, the aunties are always like the super nice caring ones, you know, make sure that they're bathed and make sure they're clean and their hair smells nice and their clothes are done and that they're always using their manners and, you know, all of that sort of auntie stuff. But as an uncle, boys, as an uncle, the job is to terrorize them. It was always either, we would always get growlings, and it's either like us, or it was either us, or like me or my son or something. Like, that's getting growlings for terrorizing. Like, stop tormenting them. stop tormenting them. It's like just like tickle them until they cry. get the foot. Come here, slam on the ground. Get the foot, tickle it until it cries. Stop fucking tormenting those kids. You know, you do shit like you want an ice cream, and then it's like you give them an ice cream, but then you got that when they go to lick it, you jam it in their face. Yeah. Oh, boys. It's your role. I reckon I'm going to be the coolest granddad because I get to do that at like 2.0 level. Like, boys, I remember with my niece, I did the I got your nose. Boys, you know that. Yous are all old fuddies too. I had it with the I got your nose. But like, oh boys, that's a PB. That's a fucking PB. It's a PB, boys. Closest was 1693. Up the PB, boys. What's our time? We got enough for it. We'll do a 5 times speed. We got enough for do we want anything else? Let's do something else. Let's do something else here, boys. I don't know if this is right or wrong. I feel like at 1700 waves, not having the level reduction is probably a stupid thing to do. Nah, actually, let's put that back. Let's put that back, boys. It's not mass. Let's just go death penalty, and let's just try that. Alright, 5 times speed. Because we have to hit bedtime because we're old. Yeah, boys, the I got your nose. I remember doing it to my niece and just not letting up, and then she like just I got your nose, and then just like terrorizing her, and then I can't remember who it was. I think it was my son. I think my son jumped in on it, and he's like terrorizing her too. Like, I got your nose, I got your nose. She like runs up, hits him, fucking give it back. Bro's like, I got you. Boys, again, it's our duty. It's our duty when we're at Unk status. I wonder if 98 meters is a thing. Is 98 meters a thing? Or is that too close with these sorts of battle conditions? Like, is that too short, boys? That might be too short. Let's lower these orbs. Boys, that might be too short. Are we being too cheeky? Are we being overconfident here? I'm tired, Grandpa. That's too damn bad. Oh, yeah. I'm tired. Hi, tired. Nice to meet you. And that, yeah. Makes sense now. Uncle Fudd's pissing all the Reddit nieces and nephews off. That's how he sees them, eh? He sees them as his little nieces and nephews. It's like, oh, bro, crack up. I just sent you a message on Discord. Where's my Discord? Oh, dude. PJ just sent a photo in Rome. Bro, boys, when he comes back, we're going to have to make fun of him for being super cute. He's been super cute with his wife. Send out the barrage. Oh, sorry. Congrats on the PB. We may be cooked. Nice poo. Are you running locally or cloud phone? I've noticed resizing the window can cause the choppiness. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, boys. I'll shut it down and we'll bring it back up. Because the choppiness is doing my head in. It's like honestly doing my head in so bad. I can't see what the fuck's going on. It's like so choppy, like things are teleporting. But it's only visually chopping, but it's hard, it's making it hard for me to gauge visually what changes I need to make. Is 98 meters too short? Are we being too cheeky here, boys? We already got the PB though. We'll take the PB. Let's check out our bracket. Whoa, look at all these guys. Look at the Taylux. Wow, look at all these guys. Okay, there's a little bit of distance here. But I'm more interested in these jokers down here. Oh, look, there's Xenomorph. We have found a wild Xenomorph in the chat. There's a wild Xenomorph. You gotta watch out for Xenomorph too, because he doesn't do the one waver. He does like 100 or 200, and then like no one looks at him. Steph the best. Okay, Steph the best. What's this guy? AK Hideous 89. Look, he's a millennial. This guy's old as. He's old as too. Alright, boys. If we're lucky, we'll get 12. If we're lucky. You could attempt the default background. Oh, I know what you mean. Is it here? Themes background. Will it change? Oh, it's got to wait for me to do the thing. That's a PB. Congrats, dude. Congrats. 2100 waves, bro. That's no joke, bro. That is no joke. That's absolute beast mode. Alright, hopefully enough coverage from landmines and everything. I think we're clutching at straws here, boys. We'll see how many death defies we got in that last run, because I'm pretty sure I've seen a couple. History. Four. Yeah, so we got a couple there, so we're pretty lucky. Let's full spam, 5 times speed. Maybe just more coverage from the landmines will help with the chipping. What modules you're using? I just swapped out AD for... What did I swap it out for, boys? AD for death penalty. I've been working in the enemy range lab for 2 weeks. I didn't get touched by range even once. The line sits behind the spacer spacer. At what range, Taylor? I need to put some more levels in it. I might put it in once I've finished some of these labs. Is my bot and amp bot synced? Oh yeah, they're synced. I'm slamming these all to 25 seconds and I'm just full sending these. These will just keep going forever. 98. Okay, so at 98, it's going to sit behind these space displacers. It sucks that those orbs can't get any lower, eh? Or do we want those orbs out there? Do we maybe want the orbs in closer? I just finished all those bot labs myself. Just finished them. Oh, the bot labs. Sorry, I'm thinking about those assist labs. I'm like, bro, those labs are so ridiculous. Doing the Thunderbot now, so it's available. I don't understand how people talk about like set your Thunderbot up so it goes off in the downtime of your Antbot. How the fuck do they work that out? Right, let's do this, Mokos. My Mokos. Let's do this. Let's do this in the name of Uncle Fuds. We need 2 perma swamps. We need that shit. Maybe we could drop like a substat of... Maybe we could drop a substat of Chain Lightning. Like, what would be something that we drop? Chain Lightning chance? You need both the 50-second cooldown and the amp bot at 45-second duration. Pause the game. Ah, okay. Gotta do the like sneaky tactics. Surely before you end the stream tonight, you bring up your mod video. Dude, which one is that? Which one is that? Let's have a look. It'll be like ages ago, eh? Ages and ages ago. What are we up to? Episode 80? Bro, and I'm like so pissed off, boys. Maybe it's the first episode? View my channel. Yes, I want to view my channel. Canal. Videos. Have a laugh at the raging, eh? Episode 20. Five, 6. So it was my 6. Let's pin this on top so we can still see the tower. We'll try shrink the tower, eh? Well, not that one. This one. Alright, you just have to let me know if the audio is too loud. Let me know if the audio is too loud, boys. We'll turn the Spotify off. Fams, this is Anis from All Clouded, and this is my introduction to my tower. So the reason why I wanted to start these videos is it's something to look back at, and you know, it's a bit of a rolling meme between my workmates and my family about this, trying to keep the tower alive. Gotta keep the tower alive, boys. On YouTube,
there's quite a few content creators.
Look at
Everybody
this.
knows their names. If you stumbled across my video,
Look
then
at the
obviously
sheep.
You'll know the other guys. But they're so far ahead because they're years down the track, or they've spent so much on the game that someone like myself that's at early game, there's not many people making videos, or if there is, they're hard to find in YouTube's algorithm. So I thought I'd upload a video and show some of the.
And this is where it all begun, boys.
So currently I am Orc Devo. So I have devoed some of my workshop.
The heavy breathing.
I'm not relying on free ups. Sometimes I do tournament runs and stuff like that, but we'll get into that soon. But I think the best place to start is Ultimate Weapons. So on the Ultimate Weapons side, I lucked out pretty hard. It was a bit of a struggle to get Golden Tower.
Oh, the
Black
pen.
Hole.
Boys,
Black
bring back
Hole
the
was actually
pen.
My last Ultimate Weapon, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it was my 6th weapon before I got Black Hole, which really hurt my economy. It also meant stones that I could have been investing in other stuff got held up.
The Lord.
But what you'll notice when you look at my ultimate weapons is they're a little bit all over the show. So these were in sync. This one down here, the Black Hole, is sitting at 150.
Oh shit, here comes the scribble, boys.
Alright, 200. Now, the reason why I broke them out of sync is because I'm not a fan of the hoarding Devo.
Boys, and what you don't even know is, like, as I'm recording this, I'm like walking around my lounge. Like, I'm like pacing around my lounge. And that's probably why there's like all the heavy breathing. It's like it's like middle of summer, like walking all around the lounge, scribbling on this thing, just using the screen recorder on my phone.
Plague style. So what I plan to do,
What we plan to do,
I actually plan to drive this one right down to the 50-second mark,
send him down, big guy.
which would basically,
Believe in yourself.
as far as I understand it, every 3 times. Every 3 times.
Look at all the blues, so nice.
It'll be one of these. So I've left it at the 230 because I'm a little bit undecided. Now
Look.
I'm not sure whether I want to bring these down to the 230.
Look how cheap
because I
everything
know
is
that
to
there's
upgrade.
more of an economic gain to be had if I do that. But then it also means that because of the stones are hard to come by, tournaments, etc. It means that I am in that Devo playstyle for a while. So I don't like the current style of Devo. It doesn't really suit, you know, how I play. Currently, I'm doing a couple smaller runs during the day while I'm at work. So I'm doing 2, like maybe 5-hour runs, and then I'm doing 1 overnight. That just seems to be the way that it works out better for my coin per hour and that. But I really prefer just to do 2 larger runs. So I'm just sitting on the fence a bit. I know that I have to get this duration matching up with here. 38 seconds, so I need to bump this one up. So as I pull this down, I plan to pick up a couple of these. As far as my Golden Tower, my Death Wave goes, I've also got Spotlight sitting there. Basically, it's
The
untouched.
500
This
horsepower
version is
Civic
untouched
notification.
because I
Run, dun,
spent
dun, dun,
so
dun.
much time trying to get Black Hole that
The pre
it just
GT
hurt
Plus.
me from the stones standpoint. So that's currently where I'm sitting. Where I'm at with my ultimate weapons, a little bit on the fence, because if I do decide to bring down these cooldowns to the 230 mark, which is 150 seconds, then I will pick up a couple levels of this. I probably will pick up a couple quantities, but it will hold me in the Devo hoarding playstyle for a hell of a lot longer. So if we go to the workshop, we'll see where the workshop's at. So damage is at 5100. I've picked up a few levels of super crit and stuff like that. I don't have Rend Armor unlocked. Just don't have the coins at the moment. Health.
The deep
51.
breathing, boys. The deep breathing.
Regen 51.
Take a deep breath, Clara.
And wall. What's my wall at? 600. So wall's starting to get hella pricey now. You can see 700 a pop. Level skips. What are we at here? 80, 80, 187, 187. So I'm trying to pick up these where I can. Currently, what I'm working on with my workshop is I'm trying to gold box everything in the tournament. So sometimes I get pretty close. We can show tournament progress and that, but I'm trying to get these at at gold box. Just so I can feel it out for how much that I want to put into enhancements. So
Whoa.
I've got nothing in damage.
Nothing in
A
damage.
little bit here and
Must
there.
be gay.
Pretty much, I've got stuff all sitting in my enhancements and that, because I want to know when I get to gold box and health and regen during the tournament, where it feels better. Now everybody always says EHP, EHP, EHP.
There we go, boys. Here it comes. Right from day dot. I understand it.
How early I am in the
Right
game.
off the rip,
But at
boys.
the same
Episode
time,
1.
Every time I invest in damage,
Every time.
the game just feels better. Tournament.
Big hard on.
I can squeeze out more in the waves and that.
100%.
So I don't necessarily. When I first started the game, I did follow EHP charts and damage charts, but with labs having this wonderful feature,
Yep, there it is, boys.
I just don't follow it anymore.
Don't follow it.
So
Who
I
cares?
just kind of do what feels best. So looking at my labs, I am tied up
Tied up,
at
big
the
guys.
moment with shitty
Shitty.
wall researchers.
Wall research. Shitty.
Now
Deep
it
breath.
slows me down.
It
I'm
does.
missing out on other labs.
You
so
are.
I can't wait to do the bare minimum when it comes to investing in the wall. I know wall's a heavy investment, and to make it shine, you should invest heavy
No
in
auto
it,
speed up.
but a little bit on the fence. So I'm just doing whatever I feel like at the moment, because hey, at the end of the day, it's my tower, not yours. I do whatever the hell I want. So I'm also got this here. Now the reason why I've got it so high is because in Devo I struggle for cells. So sometimes my night run can start quite late. So having an auto pick can make a hell of a difference, because everything gold boxes, obviously, I chuck it in Blender and then I just send it off full send. But sometimes I die in the night because I haven't been able to pick the perks or turn it on auto pick, and it picks the wrong bloody ones. So I've actually just put that on. It uses heaps of days, which kind of sucks, but
It does, boys.
at the same time, it's just a massive quality of life for myself. So I'm just leaving it there. The target for that is I want to get 11. So
There it
that
is,
covers
boys.
my
11.
defensive picks,
Covers it all.
as well as all my econs and that. So that's currently what I'm labbing at the moment. I am stopping this at maybe 11. This obviously goes to infinity.
Infinity
This
and
is
beyond,
stopping
boys.
at 11. This one, want to complete it, and then also this, the regen.
Bring
is
back
turned
the
off,
pen,
so
boys.
this is
How do we
its
get that
last
pen
one,
back?
and then I can go on to something else. So
The
this
OG.
slot down here, I actually save for a module,
Oh, models.
and these two go econ, lab, and this is an ultimate weapon. So for the last week or
smart
so,
guy.
this Warthorns has taken this ultimate weapon off me. This wall regen and whatever other wall mods I've had have taken my mod slot. This one here, I'm happy to throw away a bit of econ to get some quality of life. So
Quality of life, boys.
But that's kind of what I'm laboring at the moment. So if we go
Deep
while we're
breath.
on labs,
Deep breath, Clouded.
might
Have a
look
breath.
at what my research is looking like. So there's no point going through everything.
No, there's
So
not.
if
We don't
what
want to
we're
look at
gonna
labs.
do is just
Let's see what he's talking
I'm
about.
undecided in how much I want to pick up, but
Not a.
definitely we
don't
grab
get
some
any.
of that. My coins per kill, I haven't researched that in ages. That's just been sitting there.
Aw.
I want to get back to it.
Oh,
Ultimate weapons. So I need that top slot roll shards and stuff soon. So if we go back, we can go to my mods.
oh, look
So,
how sad that is. Poor
this
little
here-
Clouded.
I've just stuck anything on it. It doesn't even matter. I mean,
Doesn't
I don't
matter.
even have Rend Armor unlocked. I've got Galaxy Compressor. I do need Package Chance, but I can't be bothered re-rolling it. Multiverse Nexus sucks with a plus 20 seconds on it. I swear, I have been trying to pull modules. All I just need one of these for Ancestral. I need one of these to get it up to a different level. And I just need one of these. And I don't know why the fucking game can't just give me one of them. You can see I've got some sitting down there.
Boys.
I just need one more. So then this
Uncle
one
Fuds, can you
and this
feel me?
one can upgrade that. But
Cool.
unfortunately, I just can't pull them for the life of me. And then because I've been chasing mods so much, I think I also need maybe one of these.
Boys, you guys know the
So,
infamous journey
There's a
of
few that all
Dimcore.
if I just get one more,
Just
and
one.
I'm burning through gems.
Uncle
to just try
Fuds.
to get some of these up.
Do you feel me?
Because the distinct thing is now that I'm working on wall, I actually want to use this, but I'll be stuck.
Look at
using
that.
this
Things like
because
sharp
this one will
fortitude and all
be
that didn't even
ancestral.
exist.
So maybe it's something down the track. So what we can do.
Oh, we're in
what
tier
we can
10.
do
Look.
is look at what
Highest wave,
suffering
3,000.
might count because I'm chasing mods and it's actually my cards.
Oh, don't
So,
neglect your cards,
again,
Clouded.
pause it if you want. There's no point going too deep into it.
Don't go too
but
deep. It's not that deep. It's
Here's
not
my
that deep.
cards. You can see a lot of them are only 4-star, and I do need some 5 stars.
The Limmy Bash on the
I'm just
rage.
doing the
First
cards
episode
card
raging, about
when I pull
modules.
cards. So what we can do, I can get a couple pulls in here.
Go on, big
Let's
guy.
see what we get. What I really want is I need package chance to a 5-star, critical coin to a 5-star, cash to a 5-star. Just the general econ ones. I really want at 5-star. I don't really care about these ones down here. They don't really work for me all that much in Devo. So let's do a pull, eh?
Oh, those poor cards.
Not bad.
Listen to the heavy breathing, boys.
Keep going.
It'd be funny if there was a red project funding.
Keep going. So
It was like my journey at Dimcore.
Balance.
Just stayed red forever.
I mean, really need all of them at 6-star, but yeah, I'll take it. It's not really exciting. This golden bot.
Oh, look how dumb the
shows
battle
ass.
pass
The
was.
golden bot's ass.
Golden
I'll
bot's ass.
have to do these relics and that, so that normally sinks it, and I'm not spending money on that. So tournament.
He's
So
just
do the
not even a
tournament.
bar of it. I'm not buying the
currently
battle
sitting
pass.
at
Oh, here we go. Buff the tough.
I'm not going to stay there. I know I'm not. But here's my history. So about this area.
Okay, Christmas of
This is
2024.
about the area when the Devo came in. I actually devoed around here.
Okay, so we're at champs at around
So,
Christmas, or just started
When I
getting
looked
into champs.
to doing Devo, and when I looked to unlocking the wall, is I actually looked at, can I hold on to champion? So I got 1 or 2 matches in, and then I thought, okay, what I have
Look
to
at the
do
waves and
to-
champs, boys.
to go for wall and stay in Devo is I needed to earn between 250 and 500 bill.
Do you reckon any of these guys in here are still
And
playing?
I wanted to stay in champion for more because I'm going to need more stones. I don't want to hurt for stones if I'm already hurting for cells. So once I got like a week or 2 there and I hadn't been booted out of champion, and with a lot of the guys moving up to legendary, so there's a little bit more room, I just went for it. So
Look, bonsai.
all I
Look,
do
look,
is switch my
bonsai.
spender.
Right there.
I got
Can you see it? You probably can't see it. A little bit hard on the screen. Boys. Bonsai. R.I.P. Bonsai. When I said, do you guys think any of these guys are still playing? Look, Bonsai boys. Crack
500
up.
waves. Last time, I can't see myself getting kicked out of champions at the moment. Now, I can't think of anything else. We've been over workshop.
We
We've
have.
been over enhancements.
We did.
We went over cards.
We did.
We looked at modules.
We
We
absolutely
talked about
did.
research. So that's pretty much
It
the
in a nutshell,
introduction to
boys.
my account. So again, there's always an optimum way to do it, and I do look at the sheets and everything, and have a talk to people in Discord, and I do think about like the theory crafting. That's my favorite part about this game.
Still is.
But there's also what's suitable for my playstyle or suitable for my life. Now,
100%.
the lucky thing is, I'm
Preach.
a manager of a factory.
We are.
You know, I do have regular access to the work computer, remote
do.
access to my computer at home. You know, same with my phone. I'm fortunate in that way. At the same time, if there's a big issue at work and I have to solve it, or I've got a health and safety meeting, or a
Boo.
compliance meeting or something like that, and I'm away for a couple hours and I'm stuck in Devo and I can't make those clicks at the right time, it's just not ideal for me. So I'm a little bit undecided in how I play. Now, I know the more that you invest in, you know, your Devo and everything like that.
Oh, look at what
I
we're
know
farming.
that the
Farming
more it
tier
pays off.
6.
So you can get a little bit more AFK in it. I'm just hoping that, you know, I'm being a bit of a fussy guy. It's only been
7,000 waves in
a
tier
week or
6.
two, a couple of weeks since I've been Devo, so, you know, woe is me. And I know that I still have to earn all the
Cry
stones,
baby.
in
I've seen
order to do
Anaconda
all
with the
sorts
turtle
of
skin.
things. But still, I've got a long way to go, and I don't want to be 12 months down the track stuck in all Devo. In saying that, even once I leave all Devo, I think I'll still be some form of Devo. Reason being to pick up some stuff earlier into the run, like, you know, I don't want landmines on, stealing all the kills before they even near my black hole. I don't want all the orbs on. I don't want all the bounce shots on, killing everything, and
We
know,
don't.
in those lower waves when you can pick up a bit on it. So I will be some form of Devo, but not one where it requires so much babysitting or
Yep.
management on the accounts and that.
Preach.
But yeah, if you've seen this video, which I'm assuming no one really will,
Oh,
thanks
clouded.
for watching, and stay tuned for the next update.
Stay tuned for the next update, boys. Is this when we start the intro where we scribble on the screen?
So this week we have hit 10 trillion
$10 trillion.
coins at.
Yeah,
this
boys.
was
The
the
lifetime coins.
milestone.
Milestones, boys.
Myself,
10
it's
trillion.
really funny getting your first billion. Just seems like it takes forever, and then all of a sudden you hit 10 trillion once everything starts ramping up. So, and obviously going to go further than that. So What's up, fam?
Yeah.
So,
Let's hit that on the replay, boys.
Seems like it takes forever.
Yeah, the
Then all of a
boys.
sudden you hit 10 trillion once everything starts ramping up. So, and obviously gonna go further than that. So, what's up, fam? This is all clouded.
Yeah.
So, let's go.
The warlord himself. See if he does the outro. Does he do the outro? Has he got the outro?
So that's my tournament progress. There were a few questions that come through in the last video.
Oh, look at that. We got
Hopefully-
some people tuning in the last one.
I've explained anything. If you do have any questions, just sing out. And might as well upgrade that while we're here. And then yeah, just keep farming, guys, and see you in the next update.
I didn't even do the outro. Gotta do the outro, man. Play now. Get to the
When we
outro.
wrapped up the last video.
Let's see
I
if he's
was
got.
getting-
Let's see if he's got the intro.
Where's my pen? 700 bill a day. After we got those last upgrades, it shot up to 1.2 trill, and that was just off the modules.
The Z modules, boys.
What's up, fam?
Yeah.
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 Update.
Another dollar.
So what's changed in this week?
Who got the outro?
How this week's testing goes? Oh, we'll probably save up if we stay in partial sync, or if we go back to using the NVM, then doesn't matter. We can just pick them up as we go. So that's it for the week, and we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, no outro. When did you start doing the outro?
The bit. So my last one got 660. So this one here, the most recent one, I actually tried using the range card to see what it was like. Still don't even know. I've still got a midget black hole.
Got a midget black hole.
So that's basically my last tournament. So we'll see you guys next time.
Oh, just the polite ones, eh, boys? We'll see you guys next time. Fuck. Mr. Clouded, eh?
So
Fuck, and that's where it all started. Do you know what? What kept me encouraged to do it was that everybody was super encouraging. You know, everyone was like, hey, man, like, this and that, and like the, I suppose, like, we call it like the reception from everybody was super choice. You know, that's the thing with this community and this game is everybody's super choice. I mean, like, fuck sakes, man, we were just playing the game, we were just chilling, and I thought that the game lagged out, and I logged in, and somebody had like maxed out all my packs, like wild, boys, wild, like absolutely wild, man. Like, and even outside of that, like, you know, the amount of time that you guys spend where you could be doing something else, but you guys like choose to come hang out, it's absolutely wild, and it's extremely humbling. Honestly, honestly, man, that you guys would choose to spend your own valuable time just coming in and kicking it here is super choice. You had CF early. I had it unlocked. I don't think I had any investment in it. I think it was actually like it was one of those ones where Black Hole didn't show up, and like I had to pick it. Like, it was like Black Hole, Poison Swamp, and in a landmine or something like that. It's nice that you have those old videos to go back in time. They're kind of priceless, bro. And that was like one of the things was like to be able to look back. Like, I remember vividly, like, just watching that video, like, I vividly remember that whole period. And, like, I remember, like, because, like, right in there, it looks like I'm farming tier 6. Like, when I got to, like, tier 5 and Tier 6, it felt like the world's biggest achievement. Like, it was so crazy to me to get to that point, and I was so stoked. And then, like, there was no information for, like, that period of the game except for asking him player questions and some super generic guides. Like, the game's a whole different beast now. You know, same bones. It's got the same bones and the same structure, but it's a whole different beast. And I just remember looking around, it's like, there's nobody's account is at this level. Okay, I'll put up videos. I'll put up videos, and then, like, I think it was, like, right when Spartan started his channel. It was, like, Spartan, and there was only one other dude who, he was posting for, like, a month or two, and then he stopped posting. And then it was just, like, yeah, there was, like, no one to look at, no one to talk to. Well, like, not no one to talk to, but, like, nothing visually to see aside from stuff that is posted up on YouTube. So then I was like, okay, we'll start this, share my journey, and at the same time as sharing my journey, well, it'll be something to look back at. You know, like, if tomorrow I get hit by a car or something like that, and I become inaudible or become like a zombie or something like that, I don't know. There's a little piece out on the internet. So awesome to see the progress over the couple years. Can't wait to see more. 100%. It's like, fuck. Honestly, IRL and the game, the last couple years have gone so fast. Whitey, always good info and jokes, always good time hanging out, even if I don't chat much. You're usually live on my way home from work. It's a long drive, so I listen and laugh. We appreciate the content, bro. Dude, I appreciate you too. Spartan, Primo, J Plays, and you. UPB 1623, congrats, dude. But yeah, man, 2 years, what a journey. I'm not really too sure about what to put my 2-year video up about. My first year video was kind of like, the idea was, as somebody searched up the tower, they're not going to look for guides on how to set up your modules or whatever. They're not going to look for, they may look at gameplay content, but the most thing they're going to look at, like, if I was to look up a new game, like today, and I download the tower, I would look at 1 year tower review. What is this game like after a year? You know, like most games that I look up, when I look like, is it worth playing? I will search whatever the title is of the name, and then I'll search review. And like, the idea was like, how do you explain the bullshit that what people are seeing, like this stuff that we're seeing, all this bullshit that's going on the screen? How do you explain that to someone when your account's a year in? So it's like, this game is a game about build and spend. There's a PvP element to it. If you believe it or not, there's a PvP element to it. There is pay to win in the game, but the pay to win is time gated. So it's not like people can come in and just drop $100,000 and that sort of thing. Like, it was more like for somebody that had completely fresh eyes, what would be the stuff that I want to know. Whereas, like, I'm more thinking like now, it would be like maybe a combination of stuff that I've learned along the way. Like, it could be like 2 years in, here's my experience. But honestly, like, most of it would be like, here's my if I went from an experience point of view, I probably wouldn't be like talking about the experience of the game, like, and the gameplay and that sort of thing. It'd probably be more like the enjoyment of the time, which is wrapped up with all of you fellas. Like, the game's the game, whatever. It's the time spent with you fellas. would be like where the value is for me, sort of thing. Fuck, that sounds so cheesy, eh? You sound like a soft cunt. Sound like a fucking soft cunt. But you guys know what I mean. If it would be talking about like I don't know what I would put as like the 2-year thing, like a 2-year review, maybe a 2-year journey, maybe like frustrating points over the 2 years where if it's felt like banging the head against the wall. Maybe something that helps other people on their journey, like let's say that they're 1 year in and what they're going to experience coming another year into it. I'm not really too sure, but it's definitely 2 years in. 1 year in any game is like good innings, where I think like a majority of people fall off like 1 to 4 months or something like that in games. I think it's some sort of shit like that. It's like first 2 weeks, that sort of shit. But I mean, considering that this is a single player mobile game, came for the tower, stayed for the law. I hit my 2 years in 2 days, dude. There's so many of us. I think me and Taylor are on the exact same day. There's so many of us that got hit by Uncle Fudz's ads. The yo-yo clouded. Also just finished my first 20 round, got a PB. Holy shit. Dude, you're right on the door of 3,000 waves. Dude, that's crazy. Bro, that's so crazy. Because when you look at a number like, if I got 1,500 waves and then you get 3,000, like a normal person would see it as like, okay, well that's double the power, but we know that it's not. Like double power only gets you a few more waves. You need to like 1,000x the power. Do you have Inner Landmine Plus? But yeah, man, fuck, what a journey. 2 years, boys. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. People still buzz out on work when they hear that I've got a channel. And like, we do this sort of stuff like streaming that. But I know it's because heaps of people in work, they know the work version of me. And you guys have heard enough stories about the work version of me, which is completely different to the IRL version of me. But people would have to be stupid to... I think because the most part, like, as an operator in processing, you're going to be the same at work as you are the same at home. But it's different when you have to be the leader of all these people. You have to operate in a different mannerism. Like, people would have to be stupid to think that the way that I operate at work is the way that I live my life at home. Like, do you think that I'm running around in my personal life firing off orders and barking at shit and, you know, running around amping? Like, it's like they must think that I leave work and I go home and I'm amping like I am at work. You know, it's like, fuck, man, are you retarded? Like, you must be a retard if you think that that's how somebody lives their life. And boys, don't get me wrong, there probably are some fucked up cunts that's how they live their life. You know, that they opt the same way that they operate at work, and that same fucking fuckness that they operate like that at home. Like that's hard out, bro. Like, you won't be able to, like, people in management positions, like, especially of hundreds of staff, like, if they operate like the way that they do there in their personal life, that would be very difficult to be married to. I could imagine, like, as a wife. Like, there'll definitely be carryover. Like, 100% there'll be carryover. Like, if you're ambitious in your career and the furtherance of yourself or your company, you're going to be, like, that stuff would carry over to your personal life. Like, you'll be driven and ambitious in your personal life. Like, if you're like that in your career, 1,000% you're like that at home. Like, it'll be like, what assets can I acquire for my family and all that sort of shit. Like, that's where the carryover is. But outside of that, if, like, the way you day-to-day operate in those sorts of roles, if you day-to-day operate like that at home, run around barking orders at the wife, eh? Oh, fuck. Boys, it'll be game over. You'll be wifeless. It'd just be you in that factory. You'd be wifeless. 124 days ago, I had my 3 years. Holy shit, bro. Damn. I was hit with the FUDS ad. October 24. Decided to give it a go. 24. October 25. Worst financial decision ever. Oh, Richard. Dude, that's crazy. The decision-making process I use at work definitely trickles into my personal life. Yeah, like, I mean, like, that carryover, eh? That carryover. Like, mine was the carryover from my personal life carried over into my work life. Like, the way that I am in my personal life and that kind of, I suppose, drive crossed over into work. But then the way that I operate on a day-to-day, definitely not like that at home. That's why when people are like, hey, you stream, what do you do? What game do you do like a game? Yeah, kind of. What game do you play? Oh, well, the game plays itself. Wait, so you're streaming a game that is playing itself? Yeah, so the game's playing itself. It's an idle game. So, but what do you do if the game's playing itself? Talk shit. What do you talk about? Everything. Like what? Talk about me? Fuck it. Talk about you? Talk about me? Yeah, talk about you. Fuck you. What do you talk about me? Talk shit about you. What, do you really? Like, to who? I don't know. Internet. Well, and people listen. Yeah, man. People want to hear me talk shit about you. Oh, fuck. Yeah, JR, your decisions could be life or death. It could be the difference between the Cocaine Cowboys or not. Everybody needs their fix. You just gotta fly under the radar. That's how you know the Law Lord is good. Other streamers people watch would be for how good they are at the game. Oh, like... Bro, what fucks me off is like some of those streamers that are mean as at games. Like, it doesn't matter what game that they play, they're fucking good at it. I always like when I like jump into like gamers streams, I always like troll them. My favorite saying, and you guys will see me say it a lot, is like I'll say like I'll jump into a streamer like game and I'll say I love you more than my kids. And their reaction, bro, sets the tone for what sort of... for, like, where their sense of humor is. Like, I know if I should keep on watching based on their sense of humor. Like, they'll be like this, and they'll be playing the game, and then they'll look over at chat, and I'll be like, you love me more than your kids? Oh, dude, I feel so sorry for your kids. What a horrible thing to say. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Or you'll be like, I love you more than your kids, and they'll be like, yeah. They're like, well, yeah, what about the bro, hey? Bro loves me more than his kids. They're like, and it's like, oh yeah, this dude gets it. Like, dude, do you really think there's people running around on the internet loving on people more than their kids? Probably. There probably are weirdos like that. But if you don't understand the sarcasm, then holy moly. Dry balls. But gents, honestly, another banger of a stream. What we have to do, we have to take the puppy to go toilet. I miss the times when JP used to stream. Yeah, the thing with JP and like when he was streaming that is like his videos and his streams and that, like I always found with like JP, like he's got a natural knack for it. Like he's super natural at it, and he I always felt like when I tuned into his lives, he was like a vibe. Like he had a real cool vibe. Yes, he talked heaps about the tower and that, but he also didn't just talk about the tower. Like he'd talk about all sorts of shit. Like if people start talking about work and all that sort of stuff, you vibe with it too. That's why I always like jumping in on Ryan's stream. Like you're no stranger to like jumping into Ryan's stream, and then he's talking about something that's like completely unrelated. Like if he's doing a stream and his run is like 3,000 waves, there is a lot of time to talk about a whole bunch of stuff that's just not tower related. Like I've had some real cool conversations with Ryan where, you know, he's talking about going for runs, what sort of training he does, like what he do for fun, like, you know, all these sorts of things. You know, like going over to see his parents and that, like getting put into a different country so that he could study, do his internship, you know, all this IRL stuff. That you know, there's probably a bunch of people that like they don't want to hear that shit. Like, you know, they wanna answer from someone who's a guru at a game, and so, you know, 100%, like, you know, that comes with the territory where the common denominator amongst us is the game. But a super cool thing about the game is people's real life stuff. Is JP still playing? Yeah, dude, JP will still be going ham. He just hasn't posted in ages, but JP will still be going ham. It'll be hard for a bunch of us to eventually quit the game. Like eventually. Like it probably takes like IRL stuff to jump in between. Like personal whatever, or something that really fucks you off about a direction of the game. Like how all those fellas like Giga and all those other fellas quit because they were frustrated that the game wasn't I don't know, going the way they want the game to play or whatever. I'll never quit this game. Yeah, I've still got a little bit of legs left in the race. Boys. Like, I reckon realistically, like, I would have, like, realistically, at a minimum, a couple years left. At a minimum. Like, I've already passed my goal. My goal right from the start, or from when we started posting videos, was tier 18, wave 4500, and then I was quitting. We got that ages ago, boys. If they want the game to go their way, they should be a dev. Yeah, I think it's just different viewpoints on where the game should go. Like, I understand people like Giga's argument in that, but I think for the overall health of the game, like, being tunnel visioned into where you should see the direction of the game being, and not noticing that direction of the game can be extremely damaging long term to the game, is probably where the problem is. Like, if your version of the game is just give more health regen, then, and I mean that's obviously simplifying, you know, people like that. His vision of the game is to be able to do off meta stuff, to be able to do build diversity and all that, which I think would be a really great thing in the game. It's just, it's a game of numbers, eh? It's all at numbers, spawn rates, up times, cooldowns, multipliers. Like, it's just a game of numbers. The thing that we're seeing, the pixels moving, is just a reaction to the coded numbers and the counters to those numbers. You know, like I fully understand, like, it would be great if the game had like almost like 5 or 6 different builds that you could build towards, so that we all don't end up with the same cookie cutter kind of build. I understand that side of it, but the stats that they're seeking out is unrealistic for the overall health. That's the problem. That's what's damaging to the game. Is that those stats in particular. Now you could say the same thing like, wow, damage is the same. Yeah, true. The same. But it's got the stone sinks for it. You're only achieving it through thousands and thousands and thousands of stones. Now you could apply it to the other end of the fence, but I don't think that's right. And it's not saying that I think that damage is makes any sense too, especially after the update. Like, after the update with the changes to fleets, it's kind of swung the other way towards damage too much, in my personal opinion. Now, a lot of us probably, like, in here now, we play damage and that, so we ain't complaining. Boys, if you guys seen my video, I wasn't complaining either. I'm like, fuck, we are up. We cracked it. We made the right choice. Thank God we played meta. Imagine if we played something else. It'd be upset. But it kind of did swing the wrong way too far. Like, the swing was too... It's the carrot and the stick, boys. You can dangle the carrot and encourage people, but eventually you're going to bring out the stick. And whether the use of the stick was justified or not, I'm not sure. I'm not there to judge. Because that stick's not caning my ass. Boys, I'm not the one getting my ass caned. So it's like, you know, of course I'm going to have a different viewpoint because of my biases towards, like, playing meta. But I just don't think that the direction that those fellas wanted the game to go was right. Which basically was advocating for completely ignoring a massive part of the game. Like, here's how to play the game, and ignore 80% of where the investment needs to go. That's what's damaging to it. And, like, to believe that that's how the game should allow you to play is probably just ignorance. It's probably just being ignorant. Like, I want to play a way where we're allowed to ignore the largest portion of the pie of the game and outperform other people. And then if the game doesn't go that way, then it's like, fuck, this game sucks, I quit. Wow. In those sorts of cases, it's like, well, thank you for your donation. Uncle Fuds gives us all better Christmas presents. But it's not healthy. The biggest part that I understand is that for the, like, let's say Inner Landmine Plus is the meta, Make it so there's 5 different fucking things, so it's not just inner landmines. That's a hard thing to balance. That's probably the best we're gonna get for build diversity. A massive step in the right direction was adding in assist mods. Massive step in the right direction. But yeah, the use of ultimate weapons, the use of modules, these sorts of things, then we get to see some really cool, unique stuff come out. And it doesn't mean there's not unique builds out there and people playing unique styles. But as tower players, and tower players that have been playing for a while, it is very, very, very hard to look at a build without the most critical lens across your eyes. It is very hard. It has become wired into us. Like, we don't see a build and go, whoa, that's so unique, that's cool. Like, we might look at it and be like, wow, that's visually cool. Huh, interesting, you did that. But it's so hard after all of this time to look at something and not be hypercritical of like all the decisions. Like, it's like, oh well, you did this, but you can't do this in Tawny. Oh well, you did this, but you don't earn this much coin. Oh well, you did this, but you're not farming at this tier. Like, even if you don't intend to do it, your mind is like naturally analyzing everything, and it's all to those like min-max metrics. So I think like I think a big thing with us, like probably the community as a whole, or like a large portion of the community, is that like that's us too. So maybe build diversity could be a thing, but we can't help but look at, well, how does that build perform? You know, where does that stack up? So if that's what you did with 100,000 stones, where does that stack up compared to a meta tower at 100,000 stones? And if it doesn't stack up the same as it, it's like, that build sucks. But that build might be cool. They might be doing some unique shit. You know, and that's the sort of stuff that those fellas were doing. They were doing some cool, unique shit. But like once that hits a cap and a ceiling, and then you want the game to go down a path so that your ceiling's raised, then that's probably being unreasonable. It's like, we've done something unique. You've maxed out that. It's done okay. You know, like, yeah, like it's done whatever you wanted it to do. But now to go to the next level, you've got to go into what is meta. Like, it's the only way. There's a reason why that's meta. But then if it's like, nah, I don't want to. Nah, the game needs to add this. The game that, oh well, fuck. Oh well, fuck. You know, well, fuck. Can't please you all. But I feel like, yeah, whenever looking at anything, like, it's hard as tower players to not look at everything through critical lenses. It's just like, it just kind of comes like natural. Maybe that's just me. Maybe that's a bad take. Maybe that's my own projection. That's how I look when I'm analyzing stuff. But I'm pretty sure I am not the only one that, you know, when we see certain things, it's like that's the lens of critique we're putting over that play style or that build. Oh yeah, like, how long did it take you to get to that point? Or what are you planning to do once you got to go against this battle condition for this tier or something like that? Like, you're like always like looking at it like that sort of thing. And because there's not really like multiple tools to solve specific problems, You know, there's kind of tools that are better at solving the problems. It kind of by nature puts us into a position where we start adopting the same tools. You know, and then hence meta, you know. Because it's like, why would I waste, like, you'd have to think about it this way, like, why would I waste 40,000 stones doing this just to get that to work when I could spend 10,000 stones and then do the same job? And then it might be like, well, maybe the game needs to go in a direction where you don't have to spend 40,000 stones to go a different route to solve the same problem. Maybe that's true. But if your idea is that the game should change that, then that's where that skewed mentality, like that's where the conflict is between like the player or a group of players or a subset in the community are probably getting things mixed up. And that's just my opinion. It doesn't make it where it puts us all in cookie cutter builds. I mean, maybe. I don't like. Yeah, most likely. I don't know what the real answer is to allow build diversity. Like, I'm not really too sure. I don't think it's my job to be sure, or any of our jobs. I think we're just the consumer of the product, and it's the devs' jobs to come up with those ideas, and it's just up to us to be able to, I suppose, critique. But Rory dropped GT bonus for duration. So far it's the same / lower, but I'm only 2600 waves GT bonus for duration. I can imagine the duration will be better. Got fought with 93 waves in Legends. Killed by a range. Any tips on stopping them? What did we do? Try to juggle them at the range line and try to get your orbs to chip them down. Even if it's just your extra orbs. Get your shockwave to push it out to the range line as well. And just keep trying to feed it towards the orbs. Even though the battle conditions against orbs should still be able to apply percentage damage. I let other players figure out stuff and use their findings to decide what to invest in. And if there's no obvious good decisions, just invest in the stuff what was always viable. I'm kind of the same too. I rarely look over what people have done and then try to, like, that's the beauty of being in the window where I am. Like, there's players that are ahead, but not looking at the players that are too far ahead, because by the time that we get there, like a good example would be like Greenie was the first person that I saw that devoed off bounce shot targets. Very first person I ever seen do it, and it worked for him. Had I had done that same technique where I was in the game, pointless. But I done that strat, 8 months later, and it worked out well. But yeah, I don't know, boys. Maybe you guys feel the same. Maybe you guys think that's a bad take. I'm super cool if, you guys have any input on that take. But that's just kind of like how I kind of viewed things, like when it comes to this game. That there definitely should be a version where we can have a good build diversity, but if we're being realistic with ourselves, the build diversity will be based around the damage dealers. Like, that's it in a nutshell. It's the way the game's designed. Like, it can't not be that. You're going to be an inner landmine main, you're going to be a poison swamp main, you're going to be a smart missile main, you're going to be a chain lightning main. That's realistically what it's going to be. The only thing that would like switch it up hard out, if there was a way that we could change the way in which those ultimate weapons perform, and then people can come out with real busted builds. But it's got to be with the damage dealers, otherwise what's the point in having them in the game? So the best way to do it is to force people into using a damage dealer, because how else are you going to get stones spent? It's like item builds for RPGs or specific equipment but different attachments. Yeah, it's exactly that. It's like running around in an ARPG and you only want to spam like wards, shouts. You only want to spam wards, shouts, stuns, but you don't want to apply any damage to the mobs. So, the concept of that is fucking blasphemy. Like, it really is. It's like, that's a ridiculous concept. I'm just gonna run around the map, throwing off stuns, putting shouts, throwing down runes, putting up totems, support totems, but I'm not gonna apply any damage to the mobs. Like, it's not. It's off. It's off. If I have Perma GT Plus, when should I try to get GT bonus substat? Ancestral substat would be like 30% more coins. When you should get the substat is based on the build that you're running and based on your stone investment. Example, I've got GT bonus here, but I can buy that amount of GT bonus cheaper than I can pay for the extra 4 seconds of black hole duration. So it's more cost effective for me to put black hole duration in here than it is to have GT bonus. The current setup that I have at the moment, I don't require the black hole duration, but when I move to the next phase, I will need the black hole duration, so I'll drop the GT bonus or the chronofield speed reduction. So when you should get it depends on how many slots that you have available to you. I only have 201. I just unlocked the 201 and I'm a very long way from 241. So it all comes down to your priority of slots. Now what I would be focused on, assuming you're using MVN, is GT cooldown, Deathwave cooldown, Spotlight angle, Deathwave quant, and then go on from there. With GT Plus you want a high duration, but the duration becomes more important, like the higher the duration. So the higher the duration, the better it gets. Like, let's say the difference between a 400 to 500 combo versus the difference between a 500 to 600 combo is much better. And then the difference from a 600 to 700 combo, like all of this, like if we're talking about a curve, the curve's going whoa, like that. It's still the same amount of difference, but the way that it stacks. So the best way to think about it is how many slots do you have, and where are you saving the most stone investment, and then that will determine what substat you use, if that makes sense. And then eventually you start rolling off the substats. Like, say if I had black hole duration here, eventually I will get my account, my tower, into a position where I would buy those seconds of black hole duration in order to remove that substat and free up the next one. So it all becomes a decision of timing. Hopefully that helps. So it's not a direct answer on what to do. It's like some guidance to help you to make that decision. Stuff to take into consideration. At which point of timing do I need what substat? And that all comes down to your stone investment into whatever the ultimate weapon is. Hopefully that helps. Stuff like Chronofield speed reduction, these things are nice to haves. And these are more build specific. If you're running perma black hole, you probably don't need this. If you're farming tier 19, it's probably a good nice to have because of the fast ultimate. So that's it's all based on timing and stone investment. I think a big factor in my tournament success is my assist mods. I have quite a bit of investment in them. I also have all 3 masteries unlocked and max regen, defense, and crit coin. With my current enemy level skips, I skipped 370 levels. Damn. Holy shit. Boys, I only got, what did I get them all on? Enemy level skipped 130. Why was that so low? Why was that so low? 130. And this one was 170. 170. 170. And then this one was 130. That's fucked up. Let's see how our bracket's looking. Let's see how many positions we dropped. It's still going. Yeah, I was just wrapping it up. I got lost in the yarns of just, I don't know, talking about the overall state of the game. I think that's maybe how we got onto the subject. Got onto the subject of a 2-year video because we just rolled on our birthday. And then it kind of just went from there. How do these guys get that relic? So if you put it there, does it show up? Oh, okay, so put it in that left slot and then that's the one that shows up down the side. I'm gonna put mine there too, 2 years. August the 10th, yep, August the 10th, dude. 10%, 10%, 1%. Generator 56, damn. Oh, 94%, holy shit. 88%, damn. Oh yeah. So we actually had a little video in there. We started watching some of my first videos. It was pretty funny. But gents, honestly, you guys, as always. Yeah, wow on the generator and core, right? Holy moly. But gents, you guys have been absolutely awesome. I need to quickly brush my teeth. I need to jump into bed. I need to take the puppy toilet so that the puppy sleeps all night. And because we're in about 5 hours time, we're going to have to wake up, take him to the toilet again. As always, guys, you guys are absolutely amazing. Thanks for always being a part of this journey. And if you like what you see, you know the drill, fam. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can see when the next video is coming out. And as always, keep it cloudy, fam. JP! JP lurking in the background. Finally, I can farm tier 14. Been stuck on 12 and 13 for 4 months, dude. Congrats on tier 14. A wild JP appeared. Absolutely, boys.